help you guide you to this race between Asaddine and, of course, we have Max here. Both of them trying to finish up this group matchup that we have. We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. That is definitely for sure. We're getting very close to the end of these. So we have these two players about to take off, and they are off here. Again, right now we have Asaddine with 1 win, 1 loss. And, of course, we have Max, who has not quite won a game yet, but we might turn it around right now as we do this. So let's do this. Mario Odyssey. This game is a lovely 3D platformer for the Nintendo Switch. For some reason, if you don't know that yet, where have you been? These players are going to be doing 80%, getting the minimum required moves in each kingdom to proceed to eventually, apparently, get rid of Bowser, save Peach. You know the whole story. You know how it works. So starting off in good old Cap Kingdom here. You know how this works. Their goal is to get through this level. Not too much happening, as we all know. If you don't know, you know. How could you hate playing this game? Well, this game has a lot of technical movement here. Quite a task to actually master all this good stuff. But you will see what's going to happen here. We are still in groups here. We're getting close to the end. I believe there's only a couple more days in group matching here. And, of course, the top 2 players from each group will advance to the single elimination bracket portion of the tournament here. So again, not too much of that remaining here. You know, a lot of people kind of waiting towards the end here. So again, these players, we have times here. We've got Asaddine with about a PB of about 1 hour and 14 minutes here. So pretty good player, I would definitely say on that aspect. Max, we can get Max's PB here. I think Max is just a little bit slower here. Of course, remember, don't forget to follow these. I think Max has like a 1:20 time. So, obviously, the advantage on Asaddine here. But, again, it's Odyssey race. You know what's going to happen because, you know, mistakes here and there can really add up, especially those very time-consuming ones. A lot of times when you die here, you're going back quite a significant way without hitting checkpoints and whatnot. So here we go. My first Brodo fight here. Very simple fight here. Taking care of him, just a little hat action here. And, of course, as you see, because I'm sure everybody in this chat has actually watched one of these 80% races by now, know that these boss fights can be very, very quick, skipping cycles, not doing the, quote, intended route, because what speedrunner does anyway. So anyway, they're both taking care of this. Not too much of a deviation in time right now as we're going to head into our, I call it the first major kingdom, head over into Cascade. Obviously a beautiful level. Unfortunately, don't spend too much time in it. So we're going to begin here. This Cap Kingdom requires just 5 moons. We're going to pick up a moon beginning here with the Chain Chomp. And, of course, if you haven't seen this game and don't know too much of how it works, of course, we have a lot of motion control action happening here. So if you got carpal tunnel or you have bad wrists or hands, this may not be the game for you. There are things you can do without using motion controls, but motion controls obviously make this game much more optimal as far as expediting moves as quickly as possible. All those popping, don't worry. That's just Nintendo patching the game right now. That's all. Live in-game patching. Thanks, Nintendo. So, here we go. First, I guess you call issue in this game that could be is taking care of our dinosaur. We're going to take control, of course, the cat being a big gimmick of this game. And let's see how many attempts it's going to take. Asaddine here. Very, very heavy reset point of anybody who's running this game. Listen to this a few times. Of course, we already have 360 action going on Assaddine's screen here. Trying to get that foot on that trampoline to take flight and get there. Round and round we go. Where he stops, nobody knows. And we are close enough to skip a normal routing there. Let's go to the, I don't know, the Big Bertha Brodo. This is a hefty leg here. And of course, likewise, we're going to take control of the Chomp here. Have a little problem here. Trying to get away from him. We got him pretty close now because we just got our first hit. For Asaddine, Max not too far behind. Got a little body there a little bit. So again, 3 hits here. So obviously the thing is you can actually do a backflip, land on top of the chain chomp, then immediately you throw your hat to take control of it, and 3 hits later, and she'll be nothing more of a concern to you. Unfortunately, Max takes a death there. That's no bueno. And of course, you can see right there as an example, taking a death in the game can roll you back to a last significant checkpoint or last door entry or wherever you may have hit. So Max going to do backtracking, take control of Yoshi again, and that's done. Takes care of the fight, getting the first try moon. So the PBs right now, you have Asaddine with a 114XX. Max has a 120XX. So again, about a 6-minute difference between these two players. But hey, it's in race time, you know. Nerves, pressure, you never know what's going to happen. And of course, a lot of times people are having PBs in this game throughout the term, which is pretty nice, man. You know, that forced pressure of not resetting, you may start to run kind of weak, and all of a sudden you're on your game on the latter part, and next thing you turn around to a PB. So you never know what's going to happen here. See if Max can get this fight done. Ashley's going to pick up that 5th moon. Again, another short moon here. Going to hop on this ledge here. Hopefully no Bonkarino, and that's it. So 5 moons in. Of course, if you're curious as to how they need moons, if you check the upper left corner of their game feeds, you can see their time. I'm sorry, their coin count. And you see these little dashed out circles. Those indicate the moons required for you to actually repair the Odyssey. Give the Odyssey enough juice to bounce up that level and head to the next kingdom. So that's just going to be headed to Sand Kingdom just a bit. Max done with the Big Bertha Brodo. We'll just call it BBB. And going to pick up that last moon and head right to Sand Kingdom along with them. So of course, Sand Kingdom, a nice kingdom that has several moons. Sometimes you may see slight rap deviations from many runners here. One thing that becomes important in this game, even very early on, is coin counts. As you do need enough coins to purchase some moons a little bit later. Most runners in this game will be purchasing a moon in Wooded Kingdom as well as in Seaside Kingdom. So sometimes you see them a little under in coin count. They may actually opt to be doing Lake Kingdom first, just to pick up some other not Lake, Seaside Kingdom, just to pick up a few coins in case they're a little under here. Again, sometimes that route doesn't even matter if you happen to go for Sphinx here. And we're going to see how Asaddine handles the beginning here. Again, some runners opting to get the bird early. Some people wait to get this bird in the Oasis towards the latter part of this level. So Assaddine's going to go for the bird early. And no problem there. Again, you got to have a pretty swift movement to make sure you don't miss that first cycle should you choose to do that early. 80% is roughly about just a little over an hour from the world record standpoint. World record on this category is about 1 minute and 5 seconds. So, you know, you're looking at about a 65, 70, 75-ish minute run here. Nice little way to kill a little time, a little watching of these two players here. Yes, I am from Game J 06. That might be me. So Max landing on our lovely Sand Kingdom. And here we go. More motion controls here. Rolling, Marble Madness style here. And of course, this nice little moon on top of the mountain here. Again, this is not just pure luck here. If you're using control, you can feel the rumble. The stronger the rumble is, the closer you are to the location of that moon there. 5 in. And it looks like Max getting that moon. Got to work his way back up to get this moon. Another frustrating little moon here, as you can see, as they're trying to get that moon on top of the archway there. No problem there. And Max, a little bonk action here, trying to body Mario's face a little bit, but it's so good. He'll bounce back. He has for 30-some years. So, again, a lot of movement here. Again, using the ice block here. You know, a little bit quicker than traversing those steps on the side here. Max taking care of the rumble one. Again, another level, another particular moon that has motion controls or vibration feedback in your controllers to indicate how close you are to it. I still think that level would be more interesting if the moon was randomized, but hey, that's just me. So you see a route here. You see Asaddine going with the route here, going for the the sinking sand one here. You may see some of the runners, especially the top runners, doing a lot of Sphinx clipping now, but we got time for all that spectacular stuff. Yeah. Maybe we're actually going to do the game somewhat as intended. So you're going to see as I head around the corner to Sphinx here, we're going to see, we're actually going to go for Lost Luggage, it looks like. Some more Marble Madness here, drop dashing like a Sonic Mania or whatnot. Max making his way to the one tucked away inside the little alcove there. And so that's how I was going to warp here. So that's how I was not going to be doing any Sphinx action here. Again, using Sphinx, if you go Sphinx here, sometimes you can have a significant amount of coins already. Probably going to be going for Jaxi here. Got 60-some coins here. Max opting to take the staircase. Ain't no problem with that. Stairs are cool. Oh boy. Bodied by a unexpected bullet bill from somewhere. Must be that DLC that's downloading right here, bodying him. So you're going to see us going for the Jaxi one. Again, very careful one. You got to be careful on this one. And he's on there. He's going to hit that treasure chest there on the left. That will give him 50 coins. Grabbing the moon. Just 3 more to get. Going to make his way over to our cactus and our oasis area to pick up those last 3. Max going for the one way on the ledge here. Again, motion controls can help you give a little speed here. And he's on there, no problem. Yeah, most likely, that's how it's going to be going for, because he didn't go to Sphinx, he's going to be going for most likely the Bird Hill and the Music Note one, because he already took care of the Oasis Bird. That'll be the last 2 you need. Max rolling over to Sphinx right now, looks like. If he goes inside, he'll be able to have enough moons, enough coins here to not worry about any purchasing requirements, at least on the first one. So again, one neat little trick about motion controls in this game, using your controller, is that you can do a little spinning cap thing. As you can see, Cappy just going crazy, just doing a whole bunch of little pirouettes in the air and whatnot. And of course, using your motion control of your controller, you can do that to grab those musical notes very quickly, and that will take care of the requirements. The 16 moons needed to progress out of Sand Kingdom. Max digging his way out of the dirt. Pick up moon number 11, just 5 to go. So, of course, one thing about this game is there's a lot of cutscene skipping here. You know, it's a lot of stuff going on here, because in the cutscenes are just smashing buttons, mashing like we're playing a Zelda game or something, you know. And, of course, there's a lot of cutscene skips using minus or plus, and as you can see there, skipping it. If you wait just a little bit long, you don't have to worry about that prompt, but you can just skip it. But we got to go fast here. So here goes Max. Going to pick up the one, the leaning. And we're going to go over to Jaxi. And Max is on there. Picking up some coins as well. Ooh, want to be careful there. Don't want to go into the purple Kool-Aid. Purple Kool-Aid is not a good place to be. So likewise, Max is going to pick up those same 2 final moons. Going to take care of the cactus. Well, actually, a couple of different ones, because Max went and got Sphinx, so it's going to be a 1 moon better than where Asaddine was at this particular point in time. So only has 1 more moon to get. And this particular moon is actually quicker to actually use the Odyssey to warp back there versus actually rolling. If you're going to do musical notes last, it's quicker to actually roll back. Asaddine taking control of our first cheap of the game here. Again, more motion controls in this game that are, I don't know, they're probably lost in the action guide when you all read that. You know, take a bathroom break, take a little read of that. Again, pressing both B and X at the same time will allow you to just extra spin. Using some motion controls, a little shake of the controller can have you whiff up that one. A lot like most of us when we first played this game, thought you had to actually get out of the cheap and ground pound on that little column. Not needed. Again, this is a very short level. Only needs 3 more, and let's see how he does this jump here. Diving out, jumping, and a nice little... the Russian judge loves that move. So here we go, and of course another boss easily cheesable. A backflip to skip the bounce cycle. Hit him when his head is the cap, well, missing. Rinse and repeat. Another jump, skipping the cycle. And that's a good fight. That's the way you do it. Again, the intended route is away from the throw his hat. You bounce off the hat as it's going around the arena. You end up spinning in the air, and you can just kind of just grind. You know, what is that move called? You know, the drop spin. I don't know. It's the one from the new series. But anyway, you know, him in the air is just spinning around and do that. But of course, that's too slow. Got to go fast. Blasey, blasey, blasey. So that season's going to be done with this short kingdom here. Again, only 8 moves required. You can see right there Max taking advantage of another mechanic of the game, which is the homing attack. You can throw your hat, shake your controller, whichever one you use, Joy-Con, etc., and home ends on the nearest grabbable object, which in this case happens to be that zipper. So, again, taking control of Cheap Cheap for Max. Looks like we have about a minute and a half difference between these two players right now at this point in the game. So, headed over to Wooded Kingdom, which apparently has music that no one enjoys, apparently. Again, Wooded Kingdom requires quite a handful of moons here. So we're going to see how these two players approach this particular one here. Max just getting that moon will be just 3 off. Only needs the last Brodo fight here. So again, here's your first moon purchase required. We're going to take care of Mips and nice little rock here. In case you ever played this game casually or you just want a nice little spoiler, well, here I am. So there's a little rock you have to pick up here. And these rocks exist throughout a lot of the places. So one little strat you can do is just simply throw your hat somewhere and then you automatically grab the rock. If you ever try to grab that rock running at full speed, Mario decides to go football on it and just body and kick that rock somewhere. But if you throw your hat first before walking to a rock, you just instantly grab it. Unfortunately, Max gets grabbed by the Brodo and takes a life away from him. I'm gonna have to try this fight one more again here. Again, thankfully he hit that checkpoint. So you're gonna see Max opting for the somewhat more intended route, which is to spin off. And that little jump, again, make sure you don't rush that. Otherwise, you actually will fall right through the Brodo before it's active. And of course, I don't know, some commentator curse mess that you see a demonstration of that. Thanks, Max, for showing off what I was just talking about. Hopefully we don't perish again. Might want to opt to play a little safe if we're having a little problem here. And I think we're going to be good here. So last hit down, as Asaddine enjoys the nice comfy music here. Taking care of that nut up there. So we're going to see what route to go. It looks like he's going to go for the water. You see sometimes some people go for the maze first. He's going in the water area here. Again, oh boy, an underwater bonk. Mario dazed from that impact. Again, this game very, very punishing. Bonks are not fun. Bonks are basically a sure way to lose 1 or 2 seconds here. Underwater bonks are even worse. You just spin around like you're just drunk or whatnot. This little section that you see Assaddine's going through, nice little water. You know, you want to avoid these fuzzies, possibly, and get a really good cycle. Again, very, very challenging section to get those 2 moons as optimally as possible. So, done with that section, Max headed to Wooded Kingdom right now, taking care of that Brodo fight. So again, a lot of hat movement here. Gonna go here. No one has time to use that little onion guy. At least not the bottom one to work your way up. So we're gonna get a nice little maze here. Now, of course, one scary part about this particular section is that you have to do a long jump. And as some of us noticed the first time we failed unexpectedly, we didn't die. Like, what happened? We ended up in this horrific other area. And over that gap, if you missed that jump there, you are going down to the underground area, which is not fun to be there. You want to be there unless you're, I guess, working on, say, completing the game or, you know, all missions type categories. So getting that one around the corner, no problem here. Max taking care of mode number 2. About to go make a purchase here. Asaddine grabbing a sequence moon here, of course, indicated by those little yellow, kind of like the gold platforms they land on, indicating a progressive moon of the level. unlocking another portion of the level. A portion that you see some people not even using that P-switch. And that sounds like you. If you want to see that P-switch skip, go watch someone else, because I don't have time for that. So again, gotta be careful here in this section. I'm gonna go wrap this moon up high. About 6 moons out. Optimal bonk. Max doing this nice little moon here. Again, diving out, then diving back towards it. Not bonking, going towards, which is cool. And nice little jump. Gotta watch out for that little camera. Those trees kind of block your view just a little bit here. So, onion strats. I'm sure it's onion. That's what they say it is. So again, one little thing about the onion is by pressing the button, you extend your legs. With motion controls, you can extend your legs just a little bit farther. And if you see that happening, that's now you're going to skip this cycle right here. Again, not doing the quote intended path of using the P-switch and going around the little grass track that goes around the tower there. So it looks like Max is going to go. Oh, Max is going to be okay on 1 health. Now again, that's not doing a bona fight. Very, very free. Again, just a matter of jumping. Hopefully you don't see any purple goose just spewing out of his mouth here. Again, optionally you can hit him to stop his motion. You either can do a hat throw and jump, or you can do just 2 jumps and the fight will be over just like that. Now, of course, Max getting health refill. Now, one thing about this particular run is that you kind of want to avoid damage because you do lose time. Whenever you grab any moons, your health is refilled. But, of course, that is time that can be lost. You know, a couple seconds here to refill your health up, depending on how much you have. So that's why you're not the best to get hit in that water section, but very difficult to even avoid not getting hit at all. So Max not doing the other route. Going to do a lot of ground pounding to make his way up there. Asaddine, meanwhile, is done with Wicked Kingdom, headed back to the Odyssey with all moons in hand. And we'll be headed on to our next kingdom. So again, for those just joining the stream, this is the Mario Odyssey Any Tournament. This is, I believe, one of the final matches of this particular grouping here. Top 2 players from each group will be advancing to the bracket stages, where we go into single elimination mode. During group stages, each of the players will play each other player in that group 1 time, and of course those top 2 ranked players will advance. So right now Asaddine definitely has that advantage right now. Want to see how that works. Max taking care of that one. Again, a lot of control actions happening to make these things happen. The way you see it, I would love to say. I can't wait till somebody has an input monitor for this game, because man, button presses are off the charts in this game here. That's Donald's first Bowser fight here. Of course, the goal of this fight is to grab the hat, punch Bowser. Unfortunately, Asaddine gets a little too close. So what you want to do, optionally, a lot of times, most players, you know, and I'm not talking about the advanced players, but you'll see them throw the hat out there. You can hold your hat out, and as you hold the hat out after grabbing the white hat, you can basically get close enough to Bowser, recall the hat, and immediately punch him. But if you get too close to Bowser, the hat will just instantly pop back on his head. So you see right here, calls the hat back and begins Evander Holyfield and Bowser here. Rinse and repeat. Max making his way inside the kind of final area prior to the final boss of this particular route here. Yeah, good time for this game. World record being 1 minute 5 seconds, i.e. 65 minutes. So if you have a time that's sub 110, that's a phenomenal time. You know, that's good. You know, this is a severely heavy run game. This, if you haven't checked out the leaderboards on speedrun.com, this game has attracted a significant number of people who are playing it fast. Just on this particular category itself, on any percent of Odyssey, did we have over what? I think we have over 700 runs on the leaderboard. Oh, I'm sorry, not 700, like 900. It's like 900 plus runs. And of course, they range all over the place, you know, but there are many times, you know, just to give you an idea, leaderboard standpoint, I mean, the top roughly 300 plus times, about 315 times are all sub 120. So quite a bit of stuff going on here. So we are headed to Lost Kingdom. That's not just on there. Now, of course, Lost Kingdom doesn't require too many moons, but they are gathered rather quickly here. In this game, is there any RNG? There is not much RNG in this game. Most of this stuff is pretty execution heavy. Very execution heavy stuff going on here. I'll let you know when we get to something that's RNG, but this is not one of these games where you're gonna lose a run because of bad RNG. You know, oh man, you play optimally, pixel perfect, sub frame amazing, and nah. The winner of this tournament gets swag. Yep, sorry, no cash prizes. You don't win like $10,000 in stock on Amazon. You don't win 18 Bitcoins. You just win swag of knowing that you bodied a whole bunch of other people in the speed gaming community and probably one of the most anticipated Mario games ever. Yeah. So that's how that works. Now, by the way, in case you look in Lost Kingdom, you see a very awkward route as you saw Asaddine traversing at the beginning of this level. And that's because normally the normal route of this level will have that bird that you saw about a minute earlier take Cappy from you and have to go retrieve Cappy. But by going around the top at the very beginning, and you can basically disable that cutscene, allowing you to traverse this entire bottom area without any fear of having Cappy taken from you. If you happen to die, though, that is a reset. A little bonk action there. Of course, the last moon, the very dangerous moon here. And, like, it's no problem there. And, of course, now, you can actually save that. It takes like a second or two to actually save it. But if you die, it's no biggie. You'll just die and you walk right back to the Odyssey. Now, of course, while you're playing Lost Kingdom, you want to avoid hitting checkpoints. Because if you do take that route and you die and you hit a checkpoint, you're going to be placed wherever that was, which is not cool. So here we go. Max taking care of this. The once you get a moon, yes, we'll just go lasso that one up in the sky, and hopefully we don't end the whole Earth as we know it. So here we go. Max just about done with Bowser. Yeah, so we'll give them a lovely JPEG of them. Hey, we might even give them an animated GIF/GIF. All right, speaking of animation, as we see the animation of the rain falling down, as we go over to New Donk City to Dark Metro. This lovely level is so nice. We give you a chance to play it in the dark and in the light. Starting off with a non-proper route. We're going to jump off this little overhang here. Bounce off, spin jump off the wall, make our way over, saving time from doing the intended route that I'm sure some game developer worked so hard to plan for us to do. But of course, us speedfasters don't have time for optimal, well, at least intended routes. Grabbing that moon with no problem, no bombs, making his way up. And Max doing pretty dang good as well, getting past that beginning, the first scary jump at the beginning of this Lost Kingdom. In regards to scary stuff, we see Asadine's in a very nasty part of this level here. Again, this level is probably the most part of this game, or this level, I will say for sure. Again, very easy to miss throw a dive. Cap here, making his way up to the very, very top. Bump the intended route. Just gonna jump off here, do a hat dive, and go grab this chest over here. And oh, Max, I'm not sure if that strat was. Might have been going for a new zip. I'm not sure, but unfortunately, a little misaim there, and that's going to send Max to the beginning of the level, unfortunately. And but I just want to show you how to do this jump again. Take notes. So Max is going to do a little backtracking here. Now, for that person that said, hey, where's the RNG in this game? Well, this is your RNG, if any. So this particular fight here, the first phase, not too problematic. Optimally on this, you want to kill this dude here in 2 attack phases, this Wiggler. Now, the second phase, his movement against the wall is random. Now, in best case scenario, I would always say when he begins to crawl the wall one more time, you kind of want to do the figure 8 movement, or especially keep him low. The figure 8 pattern will basically give you 2 chances to kind of hit all these little purple things that will show as active hit locations. Generally, you want to hit one in the center. It will destroy the one on the left and the right. Get past these fireballs. You want to stay back sometimes. If the Wiggler goes very, very high, you can't aim high when you're really close to the wall. So as you can see, he's got these, and I can't see the top of the screen. And unfortunately, as you can see, I think there might have been a couple purple ones that were out of his field of vision, and now he's going to have to do another cycle, unfortunately. And Max taking that death there, unfortunately, still 1 moon short. It's unfortunate there. So again, Max is going to go. I gotta go one of the older route just to use the tree stumps here. Again, still needs 1 more moon, and he's going to do this route here, and it gets. Unfortunately, he missed that moon down there previously. That's then taking care of the Wiggler in the 3rd cycle there. Again, interesting note there. Unfortunately, Max had a couple of deaths there. That's done taking an extra cycle, which does eat up quite a bit of time for missing that. But Max is going to take care of this, and will be falling into Lost, or should I say into Metro, in just a few moments here. And as that's completed with the dark section, we're going to be holding Grant Light on their screen to continue the second portion of this level. So here we go. Cappy's going to bug you as always, blah, 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 blah. So here we go. So on this particular level, of course, things are all different now, and you may see a little strat here. Maybe you won't. I guess you'll have to go watch it on someone else's stream. There's a nice little strat there that you can actually throw your hat towards this little electrical conduit here. Hold the hat out there, grab the moon, and then do a homing attack to immediately grab it. But who cares about that when you can play remote control cars? Let's see how this one goes. So, yeah, fun stuff here. Back it up. Beep, 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 beep. Trying to back that thing up, and there we go. Moon has been achieved. Not going for the remote control car skip, using the scooter. I'm thinking, hey, it's so fun using a scooter instead of the car. I mean, come on, the car is so fun. Seriously, they should ban using a scooter. Like, son, just force you to use a remote control car. It's just so neat to use. I can't wait till Mario Odyssey DLC, where we just have a complete load of nothing remote control cars to get all the moons. We need slopes too. They didn't do it in Mario Maker. Bring some slopes to it. That's making the guy feel good here. Feels bad man is now feels good man. Max making his way over that initial there. Decides to just body his face, as does Asaddine. Just bonks all over the places. Equal opportunity bonk employer here. So Assaddine's going to take the warp up to the top of the building here to get on these upper moons. Max making his way across. Again, say it's faster to go above. That way you have to worry about traversing up that staircase. That you see Max doing a good, nice little set of hat bounces to go over that. And of course, a little face plant to get where everybody stores in a trash can a moon, obviously. I'm going to jump down, grab this moon, hat dive across the ledge, and then I'll work our way up the building to go to the peak of it. Again, it can be a little frustrating to get set up on this thing. It's a very, very narrow layer, nice little narrow little wall there to grab onto. Speaking of walls, Max doing some nice little wall jumping up, making his way up into this moon here, and no problem for Max. Max is probably happy about that one. Watching Max have a little rough area. He's going to do this nasty jump here again. A very scary jump because of the way the camera changes around, but no problem. Now, of course, that little particular moon that Asaddine just got, again, when you play the game, you know where it is. If you're just walking on the ground, you can just use the rumble of your controller to determine where it is. And again, more Marble Madness. Nothing better than just rolling right through people. Feel free to do this in your workplace, in school, college, church, wherever. I'm going to head above now to grab this second moon in this area. And then we're going to do a little music time. See how Max does in this fight here. Again, optionally on this particular fight that Max is fighting, you want to stay in these corners. You want to have this Wiggler traverse the shortest possible distance. Obviously, saving time from it going the long way. You know, you all know math. I'm sure someone in here took geometry, you know. So, Pauline getting quite the graphic upgrade from Donkey Kong days here as we talk to some magicians here. Magicians? Musicians? I don't know. Is it music magic anyway? So again, just a couple more moons here. Yay. And of course, a little more bonk action, because, I mean, come on now. So we're going to go get the last two moons here for Asaddine, and done with Metro. Max taking care of that Wiggler fight with the 2-cycle. Might be a little behind, but nails the optimal cycle, and Max will be headed up. That's going to be his next little... Kind of going to cut that little deficit down since Asaddine had to do a 3-cycle there. Oh, all this red screen action. Have mercy. So OTEP, yay, and all that good stuff. You haven't lived until you had a good OTEP. So Assaddine's going to be done with Metro and going to be heading to the next kingdom here. Max just beginning on light Metro. We're going to see how he handle these moons here. Yay. So again, this is the group setting of the tournament here. And you do have these two players. Both of these players are same grouping. The winner of these two, the top two players in each group will advance to the bracket. Right now, Asaddine does have the advantage. Max hasn't won one yet in this particular grouping. But we will see what happens here. Let's see if Max can play cards. Oh, yeah. Must have got one of those from Radio Shack back in the day. No problem there. I was going to head up and grab the trash one and go talk to old Feels Bad Man, make him feels good man eventually. So here we go. Assaddine's going to be headed over to Seaside Kingdom here. Again, another short kingdom here. Not a lot of moons required here. Again, a lot of this game, you can see a lot of extra hat bounces and then twirls in the air, giving you just a little bit extra distance and a little height to allow you to get these moons unintended ways. Normally, you need to use a little jetpack, little water jet dude to actually work your way upwards to that. But you know, again, because of how impressive and what so much flexibility you have by using your cap dives and spinning and wall jumps, you can go places that maybe you didn't think about it before. In fact, you'll see Asaddine doing this jet streamless here. Wow, that was a really good entry. Man, that was pretty doggone good. Again, very easy to lose your depth perception in that particular section, but unfortunately, man, Max, speaking of death, almost death, landing on the ledge by like a slight baby toe. Of course, if you fall there, you can easily just warp back up and try it again. Fortunately, it wasn't a death there. Am I the guy with the casino style stream? Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm no Caesar's Palace, but I mean, hey. But who cares about me, man? You know? I follow the runners. I follow the runners here, man. But I play Mario just like these two people who are playing Mario right now. As that's not taking control of a cheap here. Again, this some time ago, this particular level was rerouted. Because more optimal moons, much faster path can be used or done using the cheaps. Again, X and Y, B and Y simultaneously gets this little speed boost. Holding Y and B will make you go downwards with a boost. Holding B and then pressing Y will give you an upward boost. And of course, if depending on what route you're playing this game, if you are short on coins, prior to going to snow, then obviously this would be your route. Plenty of coins to grab here. As you can see, he's over 100 coins now, giving him enough coins to buy the moon in Snow Kingdom when that time comes. Purple Dinosaur, because obviously purple dinosaurs all have moon store underneath their undersides, apparently. Again, more motion controls here. You can do a spin of the controller as you float over those little sand mounds in the water to bring up all the grass. And it's going to go hold down to the last one. This will be moon number 10. A little bonk action there. Again, fish bonks are so cute. Just stop days for a split second. Max is done playing Marble Madness through all the people. I'm going to hit him and get these last 3 moons. Talk to little Pauline, a couple of musicians, and he'll be done with this. Being done. That's done. It's done with Seaside Kingdom getting the 10 moons required. Indeed, person. Yeah, apparently it's a little faster. I think someone said it's like what, like a 2/10. Well, that's what 1/5 of a second faster to boost versus just swimming. We'll let someone who wants to really take this one frame by frame to see. Get a yard tape and measure it. Yeah. But regardless, you'll see most people doing it anyway. So Max is gonna get a little OTEP action here. Gonna take care of that 20th moon. Again, a lot of moons for Metro needed. And if you ever play this game casually trying to get 100%, this kingdom requires quite a number of moons to complete in its entirety. So here we go. By the way, for those who don't really know this game, if you notice on the upper left, you see this little indicator beside their coin count. That is their purple coin count. You don't see any purple coins as a thing in this game, but again, purple coins for other categories of the game. Purple coins allow you to purchase special items from the store. Sometimes required outfits and hats that you need in order to access certain moons. So in case you're curious, what is that? Because then of course it has a special icon depending on what level. She's a snowflake in this particular level, but again, not worrying about that at 80% just in case you're a little curious about what's going on with the heads-up display there. So first moon in Snow Kingdom, the one you want to go is grab is take care of the Toad. Yeah, I know nothing about fighting games. I'm that guy that when plays fighting games, I just mash buttons and I find a move I like, and that's all I do. I'm the most predictable player ever. Maybe I could win an Evo tournament for that. Nah, who cares? So that's how I was going to go take care of the shopping first. Sometimes you'll see some runners doing the shopping moon later on, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Sometimes you do it early, sometimes you do it later. More optimally, I believe it's done early. You're going to grab this moon second, and then, of course, take care of going above to get all the other moons. Of course, at the end of all these moon levels, usually you'll see them walk back to the Odyssey. Max, going to go ahead onto the Rumble one now. Again, this is a preset location. I wish this was RNG. It'd be pretty cool. A little frustrating, but it'd be pretty cool. So that's nice and taking care of all of the moons outside of these 4 doors here. And gonna go grab these other ones here. Halfway done. Max gonna show you how to do this part. Not like that though. A little bonk action. That's not as in the purple Kool-Aid room. Again, that Kool-Aid is not the Kool-Aid you want to take in because that will kill you. And you gotta be a little cautious when you're throwing your hat, because sometimes you might want to hat dive around these fluff monsters, and you inadvertently throw your hat and grab them, and you end up diving to your death. So a little breath action there to take care of those spawning that next moon. I'm gonna dive across there, and that will take care of number 7. Max having no problem with the speed moon across the water, walking on water like we're Jesus here. So again, there's those little purple guys. Again, this purple guy is what you would use to get that moon you saw them do earlier. Those first 2 actually. You can actually not just skim across the water, but you can go up and down to get that vertical height. So here we go. This time it's going to head into the Goomba section. Again, not too much of a problem here. Be careful you don't kill a Goomba. You don't want to take them out. And I guess in 3D World style, going to certain switches requiring a certain number of Goombas. And I'm going to spawn that icicle down, head on that button and grab number 8. Fish. Using that cheap to grab the 6-1 for Max. Going to head over and grab the one buried and then the one underneath a purple floating Barney. Again, that's how you see that section. Using hat dials, you can go around the intended route, which is actually to traverse upwards, causing that gigantic icicle to fall down and just easily walk across. But again, no time for that slow strat stuff. Remember, you all, if you all want to see more information about the entire speedrunning tournament for this particular game, you can type !SMO in the channel, any of the speed gaming channels here, just 1, 2, 3, or 4. And that will give you information about the whole bracket, so you can see the tournaments and all that good stuff. So here we go. Last moon for Asaddine. I'm going to grab this one and warp back to the Odyssey. Again, not too much issue happening here. And so both of them finishing up their kingdoms at the same time. Max headed back to Odyssey, and so is Asaddine. So Max is going to be headed to Snow Kingdom, right where Asadine's leaving. We're going to move on to bigger and better things here. So again, about a kingdom behind Max is, but again, you know, regardless if you are playing the best or not having a too hot day, you know, keep on finishing the runs here because, you know, don't be scared to enter tournament just because you may have a weaker time because, you know, this forces you to play. You know, you don't want to reset. And again, like I said earlier, you may end up getting a PB. You don't have to be the best to be in a tournament because the best mess up too. Everyone's going for all those bold YOLO strats, and one wrong move can just send them way back in time. What's up, Cushion Soul? How you doing, man? What's up? What's up? So here we go. Max going to Snow, and Asadine's going to be headed to luncheon. A nice Crayola-infused level here. Lots of Pepto-Bismol, and of course another level starting with another fancy dancy jump at the beginning here. Again, depending on when you play this level, sometimes there are cheese blocks there and forks there, but of course, similarly to what you saw at the beginning of Dark Metro, a series of jumps, air twirls, wall jumpings, and dives. We can get this one up on salt. Kind of not in the traditional route, but it gets it done. So Captain Toad getting some love and then left to freeze to death in that snowstorm. Poor guy. They say mushrooms can survive about anything, so he'll be all right. And oh boy, then they put that blue block there. The face plant there. Again, another fight. We saw this fight in our Wooded Kingdom here. Nothing has changed. No biggie, just sit here and chill. Again, very easy fight. If for some reason you don't hit his hat when he does this little spin right here, he will bounce all over the arena, spewing purple toxic Kool-Aid all over the floor, and of course, touching will cause damage, obviously. Easily clean up by your hat. And of course, if you want to follow these runners, !R in chat. If you want to follow the commentator, well, don't do that. So here we go. So Asadine's going to take care of our first little transitional or progressive type moon here. Of course, got lovely bridges there, but guess what? Who cares about that bridge? We're speedrunners. We don't do the obvious. We go into a door instead and bonk on the edge of it because that's the cool thing to do. Luncheon moons are obviously that berry blue flavor from Kool-Aid, you know, berry blue, something like that. Was it? No, it is another name like blue raspberry. Yeah, it can't just be simple flavors. It's got to have blue raspberry and some kind of mess like that. I don't know where you get a blue raspberry from, but I'd be scared to eat one if I saw it. So here we go, again through the Kool-Aid swamp. Not much of a problem for Max here. Uh-oh, a little backspin. I'm going to back that thing up a little bit. Asaddine has apparently a dislike of canned goods here. Oh, come on now. There's someone who could use that food right now. You just kick it all over the place. Loitering. So that's not taking care of that homing key. You couldn't see it because the building's in the way, but there's actually a moon in a crate there, and throwing your hat and using that homing by just kind of throwing your controller, it'll home in on it and bust that, as well as free up that moon. Asaddine not missing that free throw there. Throwing that lovely tournament in there, getting another blue raspberry moon here. Max taking care of that little purple area. As Asadine's going to head over to the purple swamp now to grab that moon on top of the pillar first, and then head over to our salt pile. One of those guys going to do fork flipping. I'm a fork flipper. I love fork flipping. So there's not too much time duration between the two. Max needing Max need the bonk first apparently. 3 more moons and he'll be head over to the same kingdom. Taking care of the power of the Poodaboo here. Again, gonna be a little careful with the Poodaboo. If you happen to land on anything that is not that Pepto or those tomatoes you see, the Poodaboo will just perish and you may die if you're not careful when you actually are discarded. Again, more fancy cat movement, spinning and twirling and flying all through the air. So here we go. Now we get to take care of more, to control more players here. Taking care of the Pan Brothers. Oh, gets bodied by the Pan here. And man, going around the right side, Max on the ice. A little scary there, but no biggie. Shouts out to the Pan Brothers for having like the most, you know, the best accuracy of any weapon ever. I mean, it's just, you just throw dozens of pans trying to destroy that cheese block to hit this switch to free up this moon here. Oh boy. Speed running type. Come on, that's what we do. Multitasking. I mean, shoot, we got 2 hands, you know, one to play, and that doesn't work. Son, we got toes and feet. We got people playing games with their feet and, you know, telepathy and all that good stuff. Max gonna make his way around to the final moon here. Again, more Poodaboo action for Asaddine, taking care of the torch one. And looks like we're gonna be doing a little Poodaboo action here. No fork flipping here for this guy. Max has a PB of 1 hour and 20 minutes. XX. I can't remember the exact seconds. I'm sorry. I'm a bad commentator. I love you. I love all you all too. So again, you got to be careful here. You want to lay on these ground, solid ground. You'll bust in the Poodaboo. So using motion controls, you can get a speed boost right here. Again, if you're someone that's bad at aiming, this might be a little scary for you. So those 2 moons taken care of, no problem. And it's gonna have 1 more trio of moons to get, plus a single one. Max picks up the luncheon. So this one right here around the corner, again, you'll see some players get this moon from the other side, but nevertheless, the moon's location remains unchanged. So here we go. Oh boy! The Russian judge not a fan of that dive. But fortunately, still alive here, you know, as grabbing moons does refill your health back up. So on 1 HP should not be a problem. We're going to take control of, obviously, one of the best captures in the game coming up. You having control of being 1 giant slab of beef. I mean, everyone's dream right there. To take the control of a piece of, just a big old slab of questionable beef here. And of course, using that beef, you'll be able to grab the last triple moon that you need to complete the requirements for this level. There's that purple action, a little spew action going from the boss there. So Max is going to take care of this Brodo fight, and that's not going to be done with a Luncheon. Is it luncheon? Is it Luncheon? Well, lunch is over. It's time to go back to class. So, all right, Max is going to proceed again a little ways behind here, but as I was going to be done with this, they're going to head over to our next stage. Again, we're going to be doing a little. I'm not going to sure. It may not look like a Mario game in a little bit here. Yes. So on to the Lost World here for a questionable fight here. Max again gonna go take care of this short little mini Pepto swamp. Just gonna head around the corner, grab the low, as we have now identified this as blue raspberry, and go right back out. So Asaddine gonna go head around here and fight that. Of course, I think anyone that played this game for the first time and saw this, like, what the heck is really going on? So the storyline is that Yoshi is just mad. You've been killing this dude ever since Mario World, and he's just sick and tired of it, and he's ready to just destroy Mario with his purple spike blade action. He said, look, I'm tired of this. You make levels in Mario Maker that kill me just to clear it, and you leave me hanging. So he's taking his revenge out. And then Mario has to remind you, son, you forgot who's the man here. So Mario almost feels pity for him, takes the little poles out of his head, and then hits him on the dome piece, reminding him, yo, I'm your master here. So of course the Wisp fight is not too challenging. Just watch out for this purple stuff. Most players will try to go for the damage booster, as you'll probably see these little glowing parts of the ground here. Those are where hearts are. And get a little above here. You might take a little damage here, but just to kind of speed up the cycle to try to get this hit as early as possible. So again, 3 hits, all it needs to complete. Max doing his best, Chef Ramsay, throwing a little turnip into the pot for a lovely entree. Max gonna make his way over to the salt areas to call him. And here we go. Final hit for Asaddine with Bowser's Kingdom. Should be no problem here. Again, just make sure you get all these poles out before the cycle of invulnerability restarts. And unfortunately getting hit here. Uh-oh. Pushing it there, but no biggie. Just want to make it more suspenseful, I know. So again, getting the little moon there on the salt pile here. Let's see which route Max is going to take here. It's going to be a fork flipper, or is it going to be a Poodaboo popper? I guess we'll call it that. The feeling with no love for fork flipping. My day has just gone to nothing now. So that's going to be headed over to Bowser's Kingdom. Again, doing this as unintended. Again, normally you gotta watch. Oh boy, the bonk, and then falling down, busting his booty in the process here. Again, as you can see, a lot of twirling here. So he's gonna opt for the ground pound strat, hat dive, gonna hat dive, grab the wall after spinning prior to it, and then hat dive again, hat throw, and then land over it. It's going all over the place here, unfortunately. Let's see if we can nail it. I feel confident about this one. Gonna spin. Unfortunately, a little low. You gotta be close to the wall here. Again, you see a lot of moves like this. A lot of moves like this throughout this entire run, starting with the very first one on this level, honestly. So we can get this, man. We got it. Probably a little flustered. There we go. That's gonna. And even with the swag jump, no landing, just go straight to the moon. We're gonna head over to the cheese stuff. Meanwhile, Asadine's gonna get going with Bowser's Kingdom here. Again, Bowser's Kingdom doesn't show you how many moons you need, but you do need 8 moons in order to progress to this. Again, these are basically progressive sections. For now, there's no way to really skip most of these areas. But even so, you would still need to have a certain number of moons in order to actually get out of here. So he's gonna not go. So I'm gonna go for this one route. See this route difference. Again, you see a few routes now on this particular one. Some of these single moons that are out. Used to get the moon behind the Odyssey sometimes. Sometimes this new moon at the beginning, where you'll fall down and use your homing cap to grab a moon low and then traverse back up. So we're gonna see how this one works out here. So Max closing on the end here. Again, no fork flipping, so he's going to be doing the Poodaboo room here coming up in just a few moments. Going to grab the torch one first. So here we go. So Assaddine's going to be doing the moon shard one here. Again, this particular moon, you can you actually have to touch it. Nice little homing. You can saw the awkward change in angle there. Going to use the bird here. And we're going to grab this one. And then see if we can go over the top here. Again, that's all that matters. Again, skipping from having to go around this little building here. Oh, man, kills his brother. Like, bump you, son. I'm the man. Man, don't do that in real life, yo. I'm sorry, Jelly. I'm sorry. So, going to get the 5th moon shard and going... This can't be called Glory Hole. But anyways, I'm going to grab that second... What kind of moon is this? Strawberry? Yeah, that's like the Sonic Strawberry Limeade moon right. So that's going to be our 3rd moon. That's now going to open up the next area of the map. Meanwhile, Max having no problem there. Going to get this one out here, floating near peril of that swamp. And Max all remains is the best capture ever, taking control of that big old slab of beef. And then it'll be done with lunch and head over to the revenge of the very, very mad elf Yoshi. So again, that little moon there on the awning, grab that, no problem here. Again, just 4 moons left to go, including a fight that can really swing this run, cause your PB to be ruined here. So Max is going to be done here with this level, as Assaddine's going to go to our 2 brawler fight here. Again, the green guy. Now, of course, on this cycle right here, as you can see him, he hits the hat. You can see very obviously where he goes and hides to avoid the hats flying all over the place, and unfortunately doesn't hit the right one. So now, fun part. He's on 1 HP here, and looks like he should be okay. So of course you can jump on him before he does that tower of hats spin around and end that cycle very quickly. He is on no HP here. Oh, sorry, 1 HP. I'm going to see if he's going to grab this health over here. He's going to grab a checkpoint. That was smart of him. He didn't hit the checkpoint first, so checkpoints always refill health, so a very, very smart process there. So this is the first time you'll see this brawler, because normally you won't play this brawler in this route until you get here. So you can hear very questionable sounds. I'm not sure what's really going on with her. But of course the whole goal, this is to hit that using a nicely thrown hat to knock the mess out of her, hit the bomb back up to end that flying around cycle, and then of course 3 hits later, she is tote. Since when is speedrunning competitive? Obviously since the existence of Dragster. Yes. Back before most of us we even thought about being conceived. Yes. Max making his way over to the beginning of the really, really mad Yoshi fight. That's time taking care of this moon here. So here we go. Oh boy, making blush town. I'm a little dark skinned. It hurts. Man, it's like getting a sunburn or something. So here we go. Max going to take care of this fight. I'm not worried about it. Gotta get a little height here. Gonna grab one of those health upgrades most likely. So here we go. Intended route is to use the bird to go around there and man, now actually when you get bonked, you are vulnerable to take damage, and that spine can literally just shove you right off into the abyss. Not sure exactly where you fall, but you don't want to go down there, that's for sure. So again, taking control of the bird here and going to use this bird extensively to traverse up this. Again, using motion controls can give you some extra height here. You have a little extra twirl, just enough to kind of get a little more height here. Again, that wall, no problem there for Asaddine. Max gonna wrap up this Yoshi fight in just a bit. Meanwhile, Assaddine's going to be headed over to the mecha fight, which one day I'll learn how to do this correctly. But in the meantime, we'll see how they do it. So typically the intended strat on this boss is to take control of the bird, hit those bombs you see 2 times into the same leg. He will take a knee like doing a touchback in American football. And it looks like he's opting for that strat. No shame on that one. Sometimes easy to this. Oh man, gets crushed. Oh, you should just be dead on that mess. I'm not sure who can survive just getting hit by Voltron here. So he's going to do a, oh boy, not doing the bird grab to hold on to that. So of course, by doing this strat, you can basically break the intended fight of this. Allowing you to traverse this fight very, very quickly here. And of course, by doing 2 cap dives and throws, you can stay on top and chillax and do this as unintended as possible. Again, normally you want to break the leg down with 2 cannon shots. Do those cannonballs, and the mech will automatically fall on the side that will yield any bro up top. Unfortunately, he falls off there, so he's going to have to deal with the spinning multicolored onion rings down here for a little bit. Going to have to work his way back up. Again, can't do anything until the bird pops out here. Max done with this, headed over to the same kingdom in just a few moments here. So again, unfortunately, when you fall after the second hit, again, you have to defeat all 4 Brodals to clear this fight. And unfortunately, after the second phase, you have to kind of wait a little longer in order to get this leg. So it's going to take a knee here. The Brodal will conveniently fall in a way that will allow you to hit the next Brodal. So he's going to try to stay on top here. He's going to throw a hat dive. It's going to flip up. It's going to throw him off one more time. He's going to hat dive back on top. And of course, only 1 more to get. Just need to get around, get a nice little pound here, and of course, with it moving, it throws you off a little bit, and there it is. So, Mecha Brodal Voltron bunny-eared monster is now done, and that will give Asaddine the Tri-Moon. Max trying to make his way up. They're going to grab that first moon here over this somewhat strange-looking, very, very highly diverse thwomp thing. And here we go. Marble Madness into our last Tri-Moon. So, for the sake of the category, this would give you all of the moons. Again, 80% requires 1 million, requires 124 moons for now in order to clear, to be able to take care and put Bowser in his place here. So those are all the moons you need. So he will be headed over to Moon Kingdom to put an end to this game, hopefully in a few minutes. Max is ziplining over to our Moon Shard area to see how he can do this little 5 grab here. I'm going to go over here to the far one first. And again, that head down has the homing throw. It has a lot more range. Throw your hat, and it has this, max length. But with a homing throw, even if it is completely thrown as far away as you can naturally throw it, the homing can even go farther beyond that. So you don't have to be as close as that. Man, Max not having a love of birds, and just see, you get bodied for killing birds. Just don't kill birds, people. I mean, they may poop on you once in a while, but God, don't take them out. So it's going to go around since he bodied by the foul over there. Again, 5 of these moon shards will spawn that one. Got to be careful here, down to 1 health here. Be a little careful here. You don't want to get bodied by any of these cannonballs here. So right now, again, this is the last match between these 2 people. Again, Max has not won one, unfortunately, in his particular bracket. It's looking like Asaddine will be moving on right now, already having the wins in the belt here. But again, it's going to finish, man. Again, fortunately, this is the way the tournament works. So, people have to win, people have to lose. And not everybody can advance. I mean, if it did, the tournament would never end. I'm sure you all wouldn't mind, because you have nothing else better to do in school or in the train or on the bus or at work than to sit here and watch Twitch. Coming up, the the skip here, and it looks like he is right on there on first try. Again, a skip that if you've never played this game before, this can be very, very frustrating to learn, but it's one of those things, once you get it once, you'll never forget how to do it. It's just a matter of executing it at that point. Again, that saves a significant number of minutes from doing the intended route. But here we go. That's making his way to his final Bowser fight here. Gonna bust up that wedding. Max making his way over to the double Broder fight coming up. So who knows? Maybe he'll go for 2D skip and fill it 12 times. You never know. So again, holding the cap out to keep the white cap from coming back, and once you get closer to Bowser, usually right as you start to traverse up that little slope, you're going to recall your cat just by letting go of the button. Again, in traditional, I guess, phase of this game, 3 hits. I missed the 8 hits of the day. 3, fire kill. So again, similarly, of course, this time now they're going to be more hats. Of course, purple ones can drop health in case you're a little low health scenario. Again, throw the hat, get closer. Now you can also long jump. You know, you have to make sure you still hold your hat button, but you can long jump just to get back to Bowser a little bit quicker. So old girl is down. Bowser's second hit is down. One more. We're gonna head over to the final portion of this here. So Max, again, not quite getting that early one there. It should be noted that I don't know. I'm not sure 100% here, but just to know, Asaddine is on PB pace, actually. Asaddine has a PB of 1:14.19. So I do believe he has enough time to not only win this race, but to PB it simultaneously. So it's going to be a little close here. He has the time. So we're going to see how this plays out for Asaddine. Not a pretty bad way to finish a race. So Max is done with the double Broder fight. Going to be head over to get one more moon and take care of our mech fight here. So again, Bowser does have a triple jump. Sorry, I don't know anything about anime. Sorry. I can drop the Muppet Babies theme song on you, or Turtles some back like in the like late 80s. And oh boy. You never got time to destroy those lower bricks here. Again, you just want to get past this little section here, and life should be okay. Yeah, I'm not an anime. I'm not an anime person here. It's gonna be quite close here. It's gonna be quite close for Asaddine here. That's definitely sure here. He's gonna start the questionable music section. And again, Asaddine looking to beat 1 hour, 14 minutes, and 19 seconds. It's got 69 seconds to get this done here. Now, typically you'll see a lot of runners aim for that closer right pillar first with fireball shots. You can use motion controls and then go left. Work your way around clockwise. Pending no fall here. Oh boy, this should be this probably will be a PB. Might even cut the 114. It's gonna be close. And here we go, just a few seconds to go. And I'm thinking we are going to get a PB for Asaddine. Asaddine is going to win the race, and not only that, get a PB with a gold split on his final anime section with a time of 1 hour 13 minutes. PB by almost a half minute. That is fantastic. So congratulations to Asaddine. showing you how it's done, not choking under pressure, being ahead and taking the victory in this. So that is fantastic, breaking that 114. So congrats to Asaddine on that win. Max going to take care of that fight here. So it looks like that 113.52 will, as of this particular moment, will put him in the top for 133 in this particular category, which moves him up quite a bit in the slots there. There's a new record for him, yes. So Max again, we're not going to discount Max here. Max going to take care of this fight. I can't go wrong with a PB here. We're going to work on getting Asaddine in chat in just a few moments here. Max done with the mech fight, so no problem there. Going to head over to the Moon Kingdom and try to wrap this game up as well. We can get him in here. So here we go. Of course, you know how it works. Peach is just done with them both. Seriously, no woman is worth that much effort after 30 years. So well done from Asaddine. We're going to move over to Max. And Max is going to see if we can show y'all a little bit how he can handle good old Moon Kingdom here. So again, as you can see, there is the computer in the chat room. You all can see how things are going to work here for the sake of this. So Asaddine will now be 2-1 in this. Looking like in pretty good position here to advance. We got Max is going to make sure he finishes strong here. And by the way, Asaddine, what's going on, man? Congrats on not only winning the race, but getting yourself almost a half-minute PB.
Thank you. Yeah, I was hoping for a better Mecha Brutal, but I mean, I had some time saved at the end there, so.
Hey, that's the thing, man. See, you want to mess up on a PB. That's free time saving.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it, yeah.
You know, so how's it feel, man, to looking like you're going to probably be advancing? I mean, you have the second best ranking group right now, so that's a spot to move on to the brackets. How you think you're going to do there?
I mean, I hope I can keep it up. Just, bring some entertaining matches, really.
So let me ask you this: What do you feel is the most difficult kingdom for you in this particular run?
I struggle a lot with the Lost Kingdom, with that tree at the very beginning. Other than that, maybe Mecha Wiggler, just dealing with that. Those two sections really always mess me up. Like, no matter what, I can never get a flawless movement on that.
Yeah, I saw you had a 3 cycle there. I'm not sure. It looks like there might have been one of those purple ones that might have been a little bit out of your field of vision, probably up high.
Yeah, but yeah, that's actually exactly what happened.
Yeah, it happens from time to time. That is definitely for sure. But yeah, man, that was good stuff though, man. How were you feeling going into that last level, knowing that you were behind on your splits knocks on your head, man? Were you feeling the pressure on that last section?
Yeah, I mean, I was only ahead by like just under 3 seconds for Bowser's, so I mean, if I messed it up, I would have lost that PB for sure. But
yeah,
I'm happy I made it up. I'm definitely aiming to get higher though, so it's good though. I got a sub 114, so I'm pretty satisfied right now.
Now let me ask you, what's your like goal time in this guy? Are you one of those people that's like, yo, my goal is world record. I want to be number 1.
I just try to improve myself as much as possible, and I just take small goals. So like I started out, get 120, 115, and now I'm trying to get to 110. Yeah, to see how far it will go. So
yeah, as you see, I see both of you all. Max also nailing the moonskip on the very first try. And how much time did you spend trying to learn moonskip, man? Because I was saying how like it's one of those things where it's frustrating to get, but once you get it, you don't forget it.
Yeah, it's definitely one of those tricks that you either just know where to go or you can't get it at all. It's like an all or nothing kind of thing, and it's really based on that first jump, because there's this line on the wall that's facing you, and if you're like too close to that line, it won't work, and if you're too far away, so you have to be like in the middle, kind of find some middle ground. And then I basically hold left, and I can get it every time. You know.
Yeah. Sorry, second try. I was trying to refresh my video. I think but second try is good enough because sometimes you can be there for a minute, you just can't get the line up like you said there. But I tell you, man. Well, Tier 1, that's some good stuff, man. And like I said, it's going to be interesting to see because obviously having a 113, man, that's a lot of people and trying to break that 110 threshold. That seems to be like the monumental time for everyone as a runner who's really trying to grind this game to really get that time under to see that 1-0 something.
Yes. Definitely working towards that, but it takes a lot of dedication to get there.
So what do you think, man? What kind of time do you think this game is going to event? Do you think we're ever going to get to that elusive like sub-hour? Do you think it's even possible as is, or is going to need something else to really?
I think
some
it's possible.
Serious skips.
Yeah, I would think that it would have to be maybe another skip of some sort in the any percent run, but like I don't think you can skip a kingdom. You know, like other Mario games, you could probably skip a level or something, but like in this, you kind of have to do all of them. But maybe the route might change. Maybe there'd be different moons, and that might make it a little quicker, possibly.
Now, were you someone that when you first started doing this game, were you trying to come up with your own routes, or you just kind of just, okay, let me see what they worked on and let me just try to copy it and do it myself?
I actually went off of world record at that time. It was Samurai Man. He had a 108, and he just broke that record. So I was following his route, and I still use that primarily, but now I'm tweaking it. I'm progressively tweaking it in each world with like newer, faster strats. But yeah, that's primarily what I use. So like, for example, like in Sand Kingdom, I was using employees only, but obviously that's a little slower. I'm progressively working towards using that lone pillar moon instead, which will save time, but you have to work on the that bullet bill. Messing that up will cost you time. So. Oh
yeah, definitely. Yeah. Sand Kingdom is that one that you do still. I mean, even now you're gonna see tons of different routes on that. People trying to go for. Like I noticed, if I'm not mistaken, I think you didn't do Sphinx one.
I did.
Yeah, so like I said, some people go for that route. Or are you ever thinking about trying to get that Sphinx clip? You know, since that's what all the top dogs are trying to do nowadays.
I do think I will go towards that. I just need to put more time into it. I don't want to put a risky strat like that, and in a race setting, it might be a little. Unless I'm like pretty consistent with it, and I'm not yet. So I don't think it would be worth it in my opinion yet.
I see, because I've done a commentary for another race, and I forgot who it was. And I was like, "Solo, always go for everything, no matter what." Like, do you ever see yourself doing that, or just like, nah, let me play a little safe here?
I mean, like, if I'm having a good run, I would probably do just a little safer just to get that better time. But I mean, if you feel confident enough, yeah, why not? Just take the risk. if it's not a race necessarily, in a race, like, I think like you'd be more likely to, you might mess up or, you get like more pressure in a race rather than like when you're playing by yourself, I feel like. So when you're by yourself, you can take that riskier strat, save a lot of time.
I got you. Let me ask you, this is a question that really matters. What is your favorite kingdom in this game?
I definitely like Seaside.
Seaside? Well, there's a new one. Why Seaside?
I don't know. It's kind of. I mean, like the stage itself is pretty relaxing, like the music, the environment, but just the movement in that stage is pretty fluid. It always feels pretty fluid. That or Wooded Kingdom, it's probably like a tie because Wooded feels pretty smooth too. But I don't like. I'm not a big fan of the music, I guess, in it, but
oh my goodness, you hear that? Oh boy, the pitchforks are coming for you, man. Yeah, go unfollow this dude.
Oh man.
Okay, no, it's not. No, make sure
I ruined it.
No, but you don't hear that. I think you're probably the first person who's like, I've usually heard that they say the music seems a little out of place for the stage, but not the fact, I just can't stand that mess.
No. It's not that I don't stand it. It's just, it's not one of my favorites.
Okay. All right. I'll let you slide. Yeah, you dug that hole. But anyways. Yeah, Max did get a PB, yo. Max had a nice little
nice
chunky PB, man. I'm sorry, not Max. I'm sorry. I wish that was true. I meant Asaddine. He got a PB. I'm so sorry. I feel bad. But Max did complete the run, 1:23:29 completed time. So again, nevertheless, finishing the run. That's all that matters. Let's see if we can talk to Max a little. Where's Max at? I think I just saw Max. Max. Where's let me see if we can get a little spiel on here. I'm not sure if he was still there. But yeah, man, 1:13:52. Let me ask you, are you considering this game?
Oh, sorry, repeat that. Kind of cut out.
Are you considering to run other categories of this game?
Oh, definitely. I want to do World Peace. That's definitely one I want to run.
Oh yeah, World Peace is kind of around about the same length, close to it anyway. Well, it's much shorter than say doing 503 or Darker, or
Yeah, I think I heard it was 20-30 minutes more than
yeah.
or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a good one, man. Just because you get to see all the bosses for sure. I definitely enjoy that one.
Oh yeah.
So let me see here. Hey Max, where you at, man? Let's see if Max is around. I'm not sure if he's gonna unmute here.
Hello.
What is up, man? How are you?
Hey, I'm doing okay.
So how you feel, man? Run didn't go the way you probably wanted to go.
No, it didn't. It was rough dying on the Madam Brutal in Cascade.
Yeah.
It cost about a minute, so to be a minute behind in the first kingdom was kind of set the tone for the whole run.
Yeah, that's where you just want to hit that reset button.
Yeah. If it wasn't a race, that was a reset.
I mean, even Asaddine spinner, did a few loops trying to get that Yoshi skip there.
Yeah. Oh man, I think I did a straight 4 or 5 spins.
Yeah. Of course, Max, you did get the 2-cycle wiggler there in Metro there.
I did. I gained about a minute, maybe a minute 15 or so in Metro. So made up a lot of time there, but it wasn't enough. There were too many other places in the run. I also died on the boss in Lake Kingdom, the guy with the yellow hat.
Yeah.
That was. Ugh.
Yeah, this is one of those games where when you kind of mess up on a fight, man, things can go downhill so quickly. Just you get hit and you kind of off cycle a little bit trying to get back on there. So man, it's stuff.
Yeah. A lot of it was mental too. It was just like, oh man, I feel like I'm already so far behind. I don't even want to continue the run. But the Wiggler went well. Some other things that I was worried about went fine. But overall, just a lot of sloppy mistakes and a lot of big mistakes that cost a lot of time when you added them all up.
Yeah. So let me ask you this, Max. How new are you to Odyssey speedrunning? Like, when did you get in? What attracted you to even want to run in the first place?
So I'm fairly new. This is my 5th or 6th run. My first run was it was after I joined the tournament here. So I signed up, and then I did a run, and then I did my first tournament match. So I had one run under my belt before my first round opponent.
Okay.
So that's been maybe, a month. It was early December, I guess. What got me into it, though, is I've been into the speedrunning scene in general for a number of years, mostly on the Zelda side. So I did a lot of Ocarina of Time speedruns.
Oh, good. You can come teach me when I'm bored and want to just extend my little library.
Oh, that would be great.
Yeah.
But I've got another friend that entered this same tournament, and he knew that I used to speedrun Zelda games, and so he convinced me, like, you got to speedrun Odyssey. It's a great game. And he was right. It is. It's a really good game, really good speed game.
So, do you do anything besides OT primarily, or?
Not much these days. I used to do a little bit of Majora's Mask, which is really, really similar. It's like the same engine as OOT, but I was almost retired from speedrunning, but this is kind of getting me back into it, so this has been a lot of fun.
I'm gonna have to get you because I was trying to learn Majora's Mask last year, and me and hovering against walls with bomb shoes was not my friend. And
oh yeah, you got to go fast for those.
3D games are not my comfort zone by far. Let me ask you this, Asaddine, what else do you run? Is this your primary game, or you got other things as well that people can check you out for?
Well, this is primarily my game right now, but I've ran several games actually. It's usually so I've ran Donkey Kong Country for the SNES. I've ran Mario 64. In pretty much all categories, 70 star, 120. I've ran pretty seriously Super Mario Sunshine, any percent. I've done Twilight Princess HD, any percent. I've done Breath of the Wild, any percent. A couple of other games like that usually, but it's usually a DK game, Zelda, or Mario. But I've definitely picked this game as my primary at the moment, and I'm hopefully thinking of like mixing, like doing a combined any percent of like 64, Sunshine, and Odyssey. You know, like the 602 with like you have 64, 100%. Yeah, but instead of the Galaxy games, you would have Odyssey. So it'd go like 64, Sunshine, Odyssey, 100%, or any percent in a back-to-back.
I mean, you know, with the 602 already being such a short race as well, I mean, only that natural that you just do add in the whole 100% category and just, you know, have yourself a nice 30+ hour run here, you know?
Yeah.
You know, wow.
I just love those games so much.
Well, anyway, guys, I guess it's been cool. Let me ask you: are you got any parting words to this chat? By the way, for those who haven't already, make sure you follow these two. You heard what they play. You know, you got both of them into obviously in Zelda. You know, past, present, whatever. Maybe some more future stuff. So, obviously, making sure you drop Asaddine and Max both a follow !C. And Max, you got anything to you know? You want any closing words here?
Not really. I think it's pretty hype that Asaddine, that was a PB in this race, right?
Yeah, I got a PB on it.
Good job. I mean, if I'm not going to win, I'm glad that somebody could PB in this, so.
Well, GG to you as well, man.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah, Max, you say you only playing for a little bit, so who knows, man? You sit at that same time, if not better.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. We'll see. It'll take some practice, but I've got plenty of time.
Yeah, man. So that's not any final words for this lovely audience?
I mean, I had a great time racing. It was a good match, I think. I hope everyone enjoyed. I do have something to say.
What do you say?
Yeah, what I have to say is, I think the audio on my stream had an issue or something at the beginning from what chat was saying, and I was trying to fix it. I don't know what that was, so I do apologize.
That was just live downloading of patches by Nintendo. Don't worry, we understand it. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, aside from that.
Yes, if you're playing this game and all of a sudden the whole level just changes all of a sudden, yep. Live patching right there, man. Alright, man. Well, again, congrats on that one. Congrats on the PB and congrats on Max as well. You know, sticking through even the tough times and runs, it happens, but of course, you know, you're gonna get better as time goes on, you know, you're gonna stick to it. So but yeah, man, so I guess that's gonna be it here for Speed Gaming primary channel. Looks like coming up next across the Speed Gaming channels, you're gonna have some Mario 64, most likely some more 70-star tournament action going on Speed Gaming 4, and of course coming up in about just under 15 minutes, one of our weekly, not weekly, our daily Link to the Past randomizer races, which I'm sure I'll participate in one day when I actually ain't scared. That's gonna be on Speed Gaming 2. And of course, Speed Gaming 3 still has RT in Japan going on. It's been going on basically the whole time. So you got several days of that going on. I think that's all the way through Saturday. So that's always going to be done on Speed Gaming 3. And of course, some more Breath of the Wild action going on this very channel around 9 o'clock Eastern time. So tons of more stuff is late in the day, but you still got tons of stuff to watch between Speed Gaming. So if you haven't already, check out the Speed Gaming schedule. You can go read exactly what I'm reading, so I don't look like I don't have a clue what I'm talking about. You all would know the same stuff I know. And as well as check out all the other tournaments coming up. There's a lot of tournaments coming up next month. You know, we got GDQ coming around the corner in just less than 2 weeks, but there's a lot of new tournaments to sign up, and I'm totally unbiased in saying that you all should go make sure you check out that Mario 3 Warpus Tournament randomizer for that matter. That's going to start in January towards the end. You've got Final Fantasy 1. You've got Mario 1 Warpless as well. You've got Zelda 1 No Up and A tournament coming up, man. Come on, a lot of good retro stuff coming up. And of course, there's a I believe recently announced there is a Link to the Past No Major Glitches tournament. It's going to start in March. You know, so you got a little time for that one. You know, if you're new to the game, you can, in case you want to play the game outside of a randomizer setting, there it is. The category I'm supposed to be learning anyway. I'm gonna hop on that myself. So, but yeah, man, that's going to do it. So again, follow these runners. Thank you both, Asaddine and Max, for hanging out and doing this. And hope you all have yourselves a good day, good week as we get ready to go into 2018 in just a little bit.
Thank you so much, John.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, Big John.
All right. And of course, Feasel and all those godlike people who run this whole series of channels who probably get severely underpaid. Make sure you thank them, because Lord knows most of us are watching these channels and don't even have a TV anymore because we're so busy watching and trying to see what's going on speed gaming. So thank you again for all you all. Thank you for giving me a chance to commentate as well. And we will see you all next time. All right. Remember, the next event coming up right now in about 10 minutes is going to be the randomizer, a daily randomizer of Zelda Link to the Past on SG2. All right. Mario 64 is going on right now on 4. RTA on 3. And of course, around 9 p.m., Breath of the Wild coming up on this very channel. All right. So until then, you all have yourselves a good one, and I will see you all next time.